Today I wanted to film a special video for my channel. If you guys are newer to my channel and you're maybe just tuning in, a big part of my channel I feel like has grown solely because of kind of like our history with pregnancy loss and the loss of our daughter. We do have a daughter who passed away 4 years ago. Her name is Blair, and she was born 22 weeks and 3 days gestation. It took a lot of strength to share her story, and it still is kind of something that we just kind of deal with on an everyday basis. Being so open about such a devastating loss can be hard at times. Today's video is going to be kind of geared towards this month. So this month, if you guys are not familiar with it, is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. It runs the entire month of October, same as breast cancer awareness. I feel like there's awareness months for everything, but this one is really special to us. Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day is October 15th, which is actually my birthday. So that's coming up. Also, this month is Blair's birthday. You know, last year I made a pretty big commitment to putting out as many videos as I could throughout the month of October geared towards pregnancy and infant loss awareness and geared towards Blair and her story. And it was really difficult to do, and I will always say that October is a really hard month for me personally. Anniversaries are always really hard, and Blair's 4th anniversary is coming up. It would be her 4th birthday. Her birthday is October 28th. I still get emotional. It's been 4 years. That just goes to show you that there's literally no amount of time that passes that you don't miss your baby. I'll probably always cry about this until I see her again. It's a very hard month, and I think it's also really hard because I'm also very pregnant. If you guys are new to my channel, I am 33 weeks pregnant right now, and I am pregnant with another baby girl, which is hard. Not that I feel like all pregnancy after loss is hard, but when Blair died, I never thought I would be a girl mom again. I never thought that I would get a chance to have a daughter again. I feel like all moms bond with their babies, but there's just something special about knowing you're gonna have a daughter, especially if you're close to your mom like I am. I feel like this is a very triggering month for me, and especially right now, because I'm nearing my due date, so I'm getting extremely anxious, and I just want her to be here and to be okay. And going through this month pregnant, I feel way more unstable than I usually do. I just wanted to make a video and let you guys know what this month is and how it's significant to us, and just to really briefly explain Blair's story, because I get questions all the time, and I think I'll create a playlist on Blair so people can kind of just come and be informed. When we got pregnant with Blair, I got pregnant in May 2015, and my due date for her was leap day, actually. So it was February 29th, 2016, and I remember thinking how crazy that was because leap years are so not common. I feel like my pregnancy with her was very, I was a naive first-time mom. I didn't really have anything else to go off of. I had had one miscarriage prior to Blair's pregnancy, so I was already a little bit on edge, but I thought that her pregnancy was normal. But I did have weird things happen. I had some bleeding around 9 weeks that was kind of unexplained. My first dating scan was off by a week, which they told me could be normal. I did do genetic testing with Blair, and it came back low risk, so we thought everything was fine. We had our anatomy scan at 19 weeks, and something looked really wrong, and they sent us for further testing at the hospital for another ultrasound that was more detailed, and they found a lot of things that day. It was actually on my birthday, but we were still hopeful. We didn't think that anything was wrong. And then they told us that based on the things they saw on her ultrasound, that she was facing really large chances of having birth defects or possibly being stillborn. So we decided to do an amnio, which is an amniocentesis. They It's an invasive test, but we talked with our doctor about it that day. We also saw a genetic counselor that day, and we decided that the benefits outweighed the risks of finding out if she had something that needed further treatment, or you know, we just wanted to be as informed as possible. It only took a couple days to come back. I remember the nurse called me and she said that Blair had something called triploidy syndrome, which is extremely rare. It only happens in about 1% of all known pregnancies. It's usually so lethal that you miscarry within the first 12 weeks. The pregnancy most likely does not progress further on than that, because the way triploidy syndrome works is there's two different types. There's mosaic triploidy and there's full-blown triploidy. The basis of what triploidy is when you're conceived, you receive 3 sets of chromosomes instead of 2. Normally we get 2, one from our mom and one from our dad, but she got 3 sets, and she had XXX triploidy full-blown, so that means she got 2 sets from me and 1 set of chromosomes from Corey, my husband. When you have full-blown triploidy, every single chromosome is tripled. When you have mosaic triploidy, only some chromosomes could be affected and tripled, and usually those cases are the cases that do, you know, progress further into pregnancy or even survive birth. I think the longest living case of a baby with triploidy syndrome has been 10 months, and I think that baby was mosaic. Another interesting fact about triploidy syndrome is that usually it happens in baby boys instead of baby girls. So when I was learning all of this information, it kind of just felt so cruel, because it felt like all of the odds were just like stacking against us. The only thing that is for certain is that triploidy syndrome is 100% fatal. There is no cure for it. It is non-compatible with life. The baby will always pass, whether it's in utero, or may only live like days or hours after birth. So she had to be induced, and she passed away at 22 weeks and 3 days, and that was on October 28th, 2015. So like I said, it's her 4th anniversary coming up, and now what our life looks like is we talk about her all the time whenever we get a chance. Brody knows that he has a big sister named Blair who lives in heaven, and we bake a cake for her on her birthday every year. We do spice cake because it's my husband and I's favorite cake, and we do vanilla cream cheese frosting, and I have this bottle of sprinkles that I bought that I only use for her cake every year, and it's like white sparkly sprinkles, and I have a pack of white candles that I only use for her birthday every year. So if you are a woman who is grieving, just know that I 100% get it. I know how you feel. I have been there. I know how it looks sometimes going on social media and seeing all of these perfect moms, and I know nobody's perfect, but we all do a really good job online of making it look like we are. And you know, we post happy pictures with our kids and our families, and I know how painful it is to see those pictures and to see those videos of the perfect family, or women who don't appear to be struggling while you are hurting. And I know when you're in like the thick of grief, it is just consuming, so consuming, and you just want to like scream from the rooftops that you have a baby too, and that your baby isn't here, but you want everybody to remember your baby, because that's how it felt for me. It feels like really awkward because nobody knows what to say. People say things sometimes that maybe they think they mean well, and then to you it just comes out completely wrong, and then people stop saying anything at all. Moves on, life moves on, you don't. Remember when Blair died, I didn't think that I would ever feel normal again. Good news is you won't always feel like that, and it sounds impossible when you're going through it, especially if it's fresh, because you kind of just think there's no way, I'll never get over it. And it's never something you're going to get over. It's just something that we move through and we move forward with. Some days it is really easy and some days it is really hard. Even when you are like me, 4 years out, you've had a rainbow baby, you are pregnant with another rainbow baby, you still cry, you still feel withdrawn. Sometimes I am jaded, like with pregnancies. No matter how hard I try, I always have that thought in the back of my mind that something's gonna happen to my baby, and that's normal and they're terrifying, but that's kind of just what pregnancy loss does to you. It takes the joy away. But I just wanted to kind of give an insight of what it's like, you know, being a mom who has lost a baby, because it is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And I don't know how many videos I will put out on this topic this year just because of my fragile emotional state. The biggest thing that I wanted to touch on in this video, and I feel very excited and happy to do, Corey and I are giving back. And before anybody says anything, a couple disclaimers. Nobody told us to do this. We started this last year during the holiday season. It was December. Corey and I decided we wanted to donate money to a cause. We found a nonprofit charity, and we decided to do that every year during the holiday season. I didn't really post about it. I think I posted a little bit about it on my Instagram stories, but I didn't make a video or a post because my intention isn't to, I don't know, I don't want people to be like, wow, she's so honorable because she's doing this. That's not what it is. Talking about it this year on my channel because I'm going to be doing it a little bit earlier. So instead of doing it in the month of December, we decided to do it this month because of what we are donating to. The way we're doing it is every year moving forward, we will donate our AdSense paycheck, which is, if you guys are not familiar with what that is, it is how I get paid doing YouTube videos. I get paid through Google. It's not a lot by any means. Last year was actually the first year that I ever started earning money from AdSense. And I think last year was like $200. It wasn't anything crazy. And this year it still isn't anything crazy. But last year the organization we donated to was called Base Camp. It's a nonprofit here in Orlando. We live in Orlando. And they help children affected by childhood cancer. So we just loved that organization. We loved everything that it stood for, and we donated our AdSense check to Base Camp. This year, we are going to be donating our AdSense check of this month. So, or I guess it's actually it's the previous month. We're donating in Blair's name to the Finley Project. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Finley Project because I love it and I want more people to know about it. I'm going to leave their website down below, so please check them out. It's a project for grieving moms after infant loss. It's a 7-part holistic healing program. What they basically do is they find moms that are affected by pregnancy or infant loss. I believe it's from utero to up to 2 years after birth. They connect with moms, they connect them to counselors so they can get grief counseling. They treat them to massages. They just kind of walk with them through their grief and they help them, and they pretty much stay with them. I think it's up to 5 years after their loss. And it's, you know, such an amazing thing. I did not know about the Finley Project when Blair had passed, and if I did, I would have definitely utilized the Finley Project's resources. It's of absolutely no cost to the mothers that are affected. They run solely, I think they run like 80% off of individual donations. So it's just an amazing program. They serve the continental US. I don't know what states exactly they are in. I know they're in Orlando, Florida, but they're also in other states throughout the US. It's obviously something that you guys know is very close to my heart and to Corey's heart. So we are going to be donating our AdSense paycheck this year to the Finley Project. We're going to donate this month, in the month of October, in Blair's name. It's not much. I'm not going to show you guys the exact amount. I don't think I did last year either because I don't think I'm allowed to say how much I make on AdSense, but it is amazingly over $200, which my YouTube channel has grown. So that is amazing. I am very proud of it, and I also wanted to talk about it because that is something that is really only possible with you guys. So I just want you guys to know that whenever you watch one of my videos or whenever you click on an ad or watch an ad, it really does go to a good place, and I'm very open with you guys always, and I think a lot of you guys know that all of my YouTube money essentially since I got pregnant has been going into savings for my maternity leave. I am more than happy to take a little bit of that and put it towards something that is just so close to Corey and I's hearts, and we both talked about it and we just felt compelled to do it. And I wanted you guys to know that we were doing that because in a way you guys have helped make that possible. I wish we could be in a place where I could do something like that every single month, but for now this will do. And I just wanted you guys to know how appreciative I am and how happy I am that I have this platform, that I've been able to connect with so many moms on an unfortunate series of events, but nevertheless so many of them are just so amazing. So I am so thankful for the friendships that I've created doing this channel. I'm proud of myself for being brave enough to reach out and talk about such a devastating loss. It's really hard. You know, not a lot of people talk about it. It was considered taboo. I feel like a lot of women are coming forward and really starting to share how their grief has affected them with pregnancy and infant loss, and I think it's amazing. I think women should continue to talk about it. I don't think it's something that we have to suffer through by ourselves. I hope that my platform can continue to grow so that other women who unfortunately have been through this or unfortunately will go through this have a place to feel comfortable talking about their experiences, and I'm just so thankful for it. So I was very excited to tell you guys about that. Battery is about to die, but please be kind to one another. Please keep in mind that this month is hard for a lot of women, and especially me. I'll be back with regular videos and hopefully much happier videos as we get closer to Darcy's birth. But please check out the Family Project down below. I'm going to leave their website. Check out all the links down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.
I don't wanna close my eyes. It feels like I'm falling down, falling down. Oh, why won't they go away? Pictures of you in my head. The way you left broke my heart.